nice welcome to Nuneaton Borough.
Thank you.
Can you talk to us a little bit about how the move came about and how excited you are to sort of get going?
Yeah, so obviously I left Town Watford for sort of a few reasons, and that did really well there, and the time was done there, and sort of obviously I came out and I sort of didn't expect anything from the end of the season, and then sort of I was contacted from someone from BORO to see my interested about coming in and part of the management team and joining and helping them on their sort of their journey of bringing in players in and helping them out in terms of results on the pitch. I came and spoke to Jimmy in terms of getting with him really well, seeing which direction he wanted to take the club in and sort of what he was looking for. His objectives were similar to my objectives in terms of progressing at a football club, doing well. Obviously the objective this year is to make sure that they stay at step 3, and then from there is to push it on. So when I spoke to him, I could see that he's been in the game for a long time, but he had a passion and a desire, and for me there's some of my characteristics what I've got. So seeing someone with that passion and desire at their age and where he wants to go and what he wants to do, I felt that I could work with him easily. I could see coming in, I watched the game against St Ives, could see some good aspects what the team had and some areas what they needed to work on, if you like.
Now, there might be a bit of confusion between the fans. Tom Bates, who was here as a coach at the start of the season, liked well by the fans, this week left the club,
Yep.
and then obviously you've joined. Now, just in case there is any confusion, can you clear up sort of what happened in there? There was no sort of one in, one out?
No, to be fair to Jimmy, he wanted us to work together as a quartet, if you like. I didn't meet Tom. I know Tom from being around the season, a good guy. Got him with him well when we come down here the week before and that. So I didn't really get to meet Tom actually when I came here. He wasn't here on the day. Obviously, Jimmy invited me to work as a quartet. Jimmy didn't remove me or anything like that. I was looking forward to work with him because you can learn off each other, just like Inks said. He's got a lot of experience. He's a lot older than me, so even though I've got some ideas and I know that I can learn off him. So for me, when you're working together, a management team, you're working for the football club and you're working to get results and you're working for the players and their family and to graft for the fans as well. So for me, it's not about titles, and it's about you come in and you work honest and you work well. I didn't get to meet Tom, unfortunately, but I've heard he's a decent coach and I would have liked to work with him and alongside him as well, but I just didn't get the opportunity. So Jimmy wanted us to work as a quartet, but Tom made that decision himself, obviously.
One thing I was going to ask that you sort of briefly touched on, is it a different transition from you coming in from a joint manager to a coaching role, or for you is it basically the same?
So no, like obviously a head coaching role is sort of, now you get an head coach and you get manager, and one person's called the head coach, one person's the manager. How can I put this now? As far as I'm concerned, we're in here, Jimmy's come in, obviously working with Inksy as well. And what I'd say is that he's come in and said, there's a few players identified, some ideas on the training ground to freshen it up. But whatever goes on is we have a discussion between us, like I call it a management team. There's 3 of us. We just discuss what we're going to do in training, what it looks like tactically, watch the opposition together. So it's more of a collective. And like I said, like for me, when you go to a football club, you guys are part of the furniture. For example, you're going to be here, manager's going to move on, etc. And so we're here as sort of guests, if you like. So we're here to help the football club in that time and do the best for it. So everyone's as important as everyone. That goes from the cleaner, the bar person, the media team, the management. I look at it that everyone's a human being in the scene.
Yeah. Moving on to sort of the on the pitch performance today. There was definitely a high press, a high intensity game. A lot of absentees as well in the squad. Liam Daly, Damien McCrory, Ryan Edmonds, just to name a few. How difficult was it preparing for the game with those absentees, and how proud were you to still get a point in today's game?
Giff Mercer went down injured on Thursday as well in training, which was unfortunate because he's been flying since I've joined it. The boys, first of all, the credit has to go to the lads, because for someone to come in with some ideas and mix them with the ideas what we've got already, to come in and for them to buy into that, and it's really, really difficult. Obviously you've got the training ground, 3 sessions. The first session, they're getting to know you, what your principles are, what your philosophy is, and it's sort of, you have to then go in and implement that. Then the second and third session, you've got a window, because they're part-time, to work on that shape. And what I will say is that we finished training at 20 to 10, and we was in at 6:30. So they have to have the credit because they're the players, they have the buy-in. So the little elements that we got in, especially out of possession, what it looked like tactically, again, and what Rushall looked like and what we had. I'm delighted that the lads have put that desire and effort in, and that shows me their buy-in, that they want to listen and want to work for the football club. And for me, the interesting is this: it's like you've got a game plan, but the players have to bring it to life. And today they brought it to life with their energy, which the fans felt that thrill.
And just finally, it's no different. It's no secret that from Tamworth, the aims of this season were different to the aims of Nuneaton Borough now. You know, and that sort of transition in terms of aims. Are you confident though that you can fulfil those aims of the club, keep the club in the league, and then continue to build next season?
1,000,000%. The players, if the players are going to give that effort and desire and hunger and the tactical discipline, if they're going to give that in training and week in, week out, they'll drive it. Then we'll give them the structure and framework. Then Nuneaton will stay in this league. And moving on for that next year, obviously it's one step at a time. If they do, like with the club in terms of its size and Jimmy in terms of his passion for the football club and where he wants to take the club, I feel that the club could be successful. But it's one step at a time. But for me, it's about the players in terms of their drive. They're going to drive that. We're just going to give them the framework. And for me, today they've got off to a good start and put a building block down. But we've got to come back in Tuesday and Thursday, and we've got to finish maybe at 10:15 and 10 o'clock again, because you've got to have a winners do more attitude. So all I can say is thanks for the opportunity that Jimmy's given me in Nuneaton, and thanks for the players for buying in today. Each one step, and hopefully we can build on that.
Yeah. Well, as I said, welcome to the club. It's
Thank you.
going to be a pleasure to see what you can do. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.